One game away from the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, the second leg of the quarter-finals is officially here. 4 games, all with the one goal, which is winning the Champions League. And you know me, I don't go left and right. I give it to you straight how it is. I don't sit here and talk about it for 20 minutes analyzing something when I don't know anything about football. I'm not like that. I'll give it to you honest, short and sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, we always start with the Champions League favorite game. Obviously, we have Arsenal. Champions League favorites, more like the bottle favorites, ladies and gentlemen. But Arsenal versus Sporting is going to be the first game that we are going to be talking about. Arsenal versus Sporting, obviously in the first leg, they played in Portugal. I mean, I have said it that Portuguese fans have such an insane fan base where they could where they could genuinely strike fear into you, and Arsenal passed that test. I did not know that they're going to be playing in Portugal for the first leg, if I'm being honest. I thought it's going to be in the second leg, which would have increased the bottle chances more. But Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, won by 1-0 from a Havertz last minute goal and Martinelli obviously cross. We have covered that, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be the predicted lineup from FootMob, and this is, I mean, the typical lineup that would bottle a game. They were focusing on the quadruple this season, but the quadruple of bottling has probably started. They lost in the league, obviously 2-1 against Bournemouth, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not looking good for Arsenal how it is, right? But considering that Sporting hasn't been in the best form, you could say they could offer something in this game, but not enough to kick out Arsenal, if I'm being honest. So I'm keeping this short and sweet because I don't want to waste your time, fam. I think Arsenal is going to win this game and Arsenal is going through to the next round. Sporting will score a goal, but I think Arsenal will score a goal as well. They just won't keep up. Sporting probably won't do a remontada. I would love to see Sporting kicking out Arsenal and going to the semi-finals, but I think they don't just have it in them to do a remontada and kick out Arsenal and be in the semi-finals, if I'm being honest, man. Arsenal, unfortunately, is going through to the semi-finals. Next game, ladies and gentlemen, we have Liverpool versus PSG. Obviously, the first leg in France. PSG won by 2-0, and this time is going to be at Anfield. Now, I always say this. At Anfield, things are different. At Anfield, you feel the pressure. At Anfield, the players get motivated more than ever, man. But considering that they are 2-0 down, I just don't see them doing a comeback. Considering that PSG has this super, mega, goddamn team, man, of Dembele, Duewos. I mean, this is not the same team as last season, right? This is not the same team that they won the Champions League with last season, but they are still good enough. They have an attack that could genuinely destroy you if they wanted. They have a defense so strong, the fullbacks so attacking and strong and defensive at the same time. Is just insane to think that this PSG team still has a chance to win the Champions League back-to-back years for Enrique. Wouldn't be a not possibility here, because they could genuinely go and win it. Kvaratskhelia, with the form of his life, especially in the Champions League, man, and Liverpool. I mean, Szoboszlai came out saying that they would play their hearts out. He's ready to give his life onto that pitch tomorrow at Anfield. Salah obviously having the experience of a remontada. I mean, a lot of the players, even Van Dijk, having that experience of a remontada. They have remontada in their genetics. You cannot say no to that. They have playing your heart out at Anfield genetics as well. But will it be enough for PSG, man? Arne Slot, after you lose this game, your sacking will come probably at the end of the season or tomorrow night or tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So Liverpool fans, I'm genuinely sorry to say this. I think you will keep up. You will probably score two goals here. You could make it 2-2, but PSG is going to score a goal as well. PSG is not going to score 2 goals probably. In my opinion, this game will end up 3-1 for PSG, believe it or not. I think Liverpool is gonna go and attack and attack and attack, but I think they lack the players, they lack the passion this season, they lack even the tactics this season, if I'm being honest, man. And I think they cannot keep up. I think PSG will win this either 2-1 or 3-1 and then go to the next round. PSG to go to the semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, Atletico de Madrid versus Barcelona. As a Real Madrid fan myself, I am looking so forward to this game for two reasons, obviously. First, being a Kobarsi Red... Okay, I'm joking. But two reasons, ladies and gentlemen. That is, first reason that I cannot wait if a remontada happens here. I cannot wait to praise Barcelona fans, to praise Barcelona. Genuinely, if a remontada happens, you would write it in the history books. You cannot have a better script than that, if I'm being honest, man. After 11 years of drought in the Champions League, if they do a comeback here, I think Barcelona goes to the final. I think Barcelona might win the entire thing, if I'm being honest, man. They deserve to win the entire thing if they do a comeback against Haram Ball, goddamn Simeone tonight, in their stadium. The chances, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, is probably 10% for Barcelona to do a remontada and 90% for Simeone to go to the next round. I mean, it's going to be in Atletico Madrid stadium. 70,000 Atletico Madrid fans going to be in the stadium, man. Booing the Barcelona fans. Barcelona players. Putting pressure on them. And Barcelona, they just don't have the same team as last season. I've been saying this. I still predicted that Barcelona is not going to win the Champions League, but they might change my mind if they do a remontada. As a Madrid fan, you know what? Go and do the comeback, man. Just for the sake of writing it in history of the Champions League. Just for the sake that tonight might be a memorable night in Champions League history. You need to put the rivalry aside, for the love of God. I'm a Madrid fan. You need to put the rivalry aside, for the love of God. Tonight could be a historic night. And that's what matters, man. Entertainment. We watch football for entertainment. Now Barcelona getting kicked out after hyping it up with the LeBron James meme, them putting the headphones and the glasses, everyone risking their aura, even Lamine Yamal coming in the conference, risking his aura from the start till the end of the conference, him saying that he'll do a comeback, him saying that, oh, bring that one Atletico Madrid defender and let him play 1v1 with me or something like that. He said something like that, right? Risking his aura. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think Barcelona winning and doing a comeback does the sport good, in my opinion, because I do not want to see Arsenal and Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals. Haram Ball versus Haram Ball. Please, nope. And second of all, I think it's going to be a historic night if they do a comeback. You know what, UCL script writers? Make them do a comeback here and let them lose to Arsenal. That would be, oh my god. As a Madrid fan, that would be genuinely a dream, man. Imagine losing to Arsenal in a semi-final of the Champions League. We lost in the quarterfinals. Don't even bring up that Rice goal, please. Thanks so much. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, my predictions, I'm sticking to my first leg predictions. Barcelona is going to do a comeback here. They are making me believe. I've never seen a team so passionate of a comeback than this Barcelona, in my opinion. The fan base are waiting for a comeback. The sad thing is that they have Ferran Torres, but they have Lamine Yamal. Let's see what they do, man. Let's see what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. We're going to lose this one. Yup, I kept it short and goddamn sweet. The players didn't come out this time saying remontada. None of the comeback things. Genuinely, our team is it's like they ghosted this entire time. They don't care about this game somehow. They probably gave up, either that or they just don't want to embarrass themselves like last time against Arsenal, where they shouted remontada, 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 and they couldn't do anything. Probably that tactic, they just don't want to risk their aura. But Ladies and gentlemen, I think Bayern Munich, as a Madrid fan, I mean, we just don't have it, man. We have been winless for the past 3 games, for the love of God. Unless Kylian Mbappe wants to bring a different side of him, Kylian Mbappe wants to bring World Cup Kylian Mbappe, I mean, that's the only hope, man. Genuinely, I don't see this team going through, if I'm being honest. We're 2-1 down in Bayern Munich Stadium. I would love for both Real Madrid and Barcelona to go through in the semi-final. I think a final Clásico would be so good, man. But I hope we do a comeback. I just don't see it, man. I'm sticking to my first leg predictions. I predicted the first leg. I said Bayern Munich is going to win. They won. Second leg, I think Bayern Munich is going to win as well. But is there a chance? It's Real Madrid. There is always a goddamn chance. Again, 50-50 in this game, but my 50 is going with Bayern Munich, unfortunately. And it sucks to say, in Munich, it is what it is. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, from my predictions. Let's see what's going to happen. If I predicted somehow 4 out of 4, it's going to be insane, fam. Because I predicted Barcelona, I predicted PSG in the first leg, I predicted Bayern Munich, and I predicted Arsenal. Now, in the first leg, 3 of my predictions were right. One of them, which is Barcelona, was wrong. But let's see what happens. Somehow, we still have a chance to make these predictions right. And let's see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video. Comment down. We will do a Champions League recap of all the teams after it's done. So please subscribe. Notifications on. And gracias.